This is Come and See with Father Philip Hall, turning to and following Christ in the 21st century. Father Philip is parish priest at All Saints of Lincolnshire Orthodox Church in Lincoln, England.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, God is one. Amen. Christ is risen. Begin by reading John chapter 5, verses 1 to 15. In it you'll find that story of the man who's been waiting for 38 years to be healed. He's waited patiently. We don't know how old he is, but clearly he's at least 38, and quite probably a good deal more than that. Presumably, he's waiting there, praying that somebody will be able to tip him into the water when the angel comes and stirs it. But for 38 years, nothing has happened, and he remains there, flat on his back, waiting and waiting and faithfully waiting. And according to the services of the church, he has spent all that he has on physicians who have done him no good. And then, after 38 years, somebody comes, and he has no idea who it is, and says to him, "Do you want to be healed?" And he tells that somebody the truth. Well, when the angel is sent and stirs the water, somebody always gets there before me because there's nobody to put me into it. Little does he know that the person asking him this question is the very one who sent the angel, and who knows all the way through to this fellow, right down into his core, and can see the deep-seated sin that brought him there, that has, as it were, made him as good as dead. And the Lord says, "Take up your mat and walk." And that's what he does. And the Lord disappears. Now, very much of our own spiritual life is a bit like this. First of all, in so many ways we are ourselves paralyzed. And we need to be in the situation where we can wait patiently, eagerly waiting patiently, as it were, for the Lord to come to us, which he does actually all the time. But the moment has to be right, probably in ourselves. You know the way it is. God won't work by himself, and we can't work by ourselves. There has to be a meeting between God and you for you to be healed. And Christ comes to you and says, "Do you want to be healed?" Now, very frequently, the truth is that we don't want to be healed. We're quite happy to be lying by that pool, paralyzed, week after week, after month, after year, after year, waiting for the miracle to happen, but in the meantime content to be paralyzed in our sin. And the time comes and the Lord will say, "Do you want to be healed?" And that's the moment to say, "Yes, Lord, actually I do, and I know why I haven't been. It's because my life has been full of excuses. I've been waiting here 38 years for somebody else to do it for me." The Lord will say, "Well, pick up your mat and walk. Stand up. Join me in being risen from the dead." Remember, God won't. He won't just do it. And you can't. But you and God can do everything. Christ is risen from the dead, trampling down death by death, and upon those in the tombs bestowing life. Amen.
Join us again next time for Come and See with Father Philip Hall, a listener-supported presentation of Ancient Faith Radio.